Hello everybody, this is Total War Titan. Thank you for stopping by today. And today, I am really thrilled about this. We are in Thrones of Britannia, the second newest of the Total War games. I have recently purchased this game, and I was playing the campaign when I got a series of two very exciting battles. Alright, this first one, we have a siege battle, and this one is a little bit one-sided, but it sets up the next one, so I'm going to be putting these out. Two separate videos, but alright, so during the campaign, I was the Viking Sea Kings faction of Dublin. I mean, probably pronounced a little bit differently back then, but who cares? And I was facing Lanigan, an Irish faction, and I was besieging their main town. I had already beaten their garrison army once in open field battle, and I decided, since I held the advantage, to launch the attack. Alright? So this is very similar to Medieval 2, but it's been modernized. Well, not technology-wise, but not in-game technology-wise, but the main game itself has been modernized. It is very fun. They did a good job of it. I mean, look at these guys. Look at these guys. And these soldiers are facing Lanigan again, and as I said before, this is a campaign army, so not all units are at full strength, and, well, this is something I love that they added, the shield wall. They brought in the shield wall, the classic shield wall. Thrones of Britannia is a game where troops from all across the where troops and factions from all over Dark Ages North Sea fight for the control of the British Isles. As we have here, we have the Vikings of, the Viking Sea Kings, pushing forward to attack the main city of a Irish faction, Lanigan. And yeah, so let's get started. So I had defeated their main army before, and this would be the first conquest. They had already pushed forward with another main large army before. The army that they pushed forward with was called the Battle Crows of the Morrigan. Something that they added with Thrones of Britannia that I really liked is the names of the troops. They added names for the troops. Names for the different armies. Like, the army that I'm attacking right now is called the Riders of the Bifrost. Culturally accurate names. Yeah, and here we are. I'm just ordering some skirmishers forward, the Levy Bow Infantry and Levy Skirmishers. Dublin has really good skirmishers in this game. The Javelins, in this battle, they are weak, low strength, but they are fierce. The bows, they're not as good, but Dublin has really good bows and really good axes. And here's some good spears, too. I mean, they're not as good as some other factions with spears, especially Saracens or the other Scottish factions, but yeah, so right now I'm pushing forward. We have the battering rams being pushed by the retinue axe infantry. This, a very high quality unit of axes, is going to be one of the first in. Alright? Along with this retinue axe infantry unit here, we have Levy Spear Infantry, some levies, Levy Spear Infantry, two groups of them. We have some Levy Axes. I love the axe as a weapon. Personally, I think it's just awesome. Some Elite Spear Infantry, the Spear Heardman, and then the Hearth Guard. Alright, a Elite Sword Infantry unit with the King of Dublin himself right there. He is personally commanding this battle. Lanigan, their king is not present here. Their king is elsewhere. But here they are. They're repositioning, and they've already set up a shield wall with spears. And they're bringing in more spears to hold the gate. Archer volleys being fired. Alright, so yeah, my troops are in range, and so are their archers. So are my archers. My archers, that volley only took a single guy. But they're not doing a whole lot of damage, just sporadic fire. Then again, they're using fire, causing a little bit of worry among them. But another volley being fired into the East and Axemen, and they're kind of marching forward. Lanigan, I forgot to go over their army, but it's fine. It's not a huge issue. They're bringing mainly Levy Skirmishers. They have some Levy Spear Infantry, some retinue sword infantry, not as good as my Hearth Guard, but still pretty good. And in reserve here, kind of guarding that gateway, watching the flank, are some Levy Spear Infantry. they're kind of like watching it. They don't know an entire army is focusing down this one gate. In terms of pretend you don't want to split your army unless you have enough army to split, and you know your opponents will not be able to cover all the split entrances. Usually, yeah, alright, so my skirmishers are coming in, alright, and usually when you split your army, you want to make sure you can pin your opponents and you actually to get an advantage for splitting, because if you can't get an advantage for splitting, you're only weakening yourself. So don't split your army unless you have to. So my skirmishers are getting torn to pieces by the enemy skirmishers that outnumber them quite a lot. Alright. Meanwhile, the battering ram... Yeah, so the skirmishers are running. But these guys, like, 2 guys running, they're probably just like cowards. But they're pushing forward. 33 out of 36 minutes, still nearly full health unit right there. That unit alone probably equals all these units here. As I said before, I beat them in an open battle before that I might put on the channel later. I did save the replay, but I'm not doing it right now. I might need it if I need another video or something, but for now, I'm fine with this. Alright, we got a view from the walls here. That's a big battering ram. So things are being a bit slow, but their javelins and archers are just kind of shooting. My own troops have are forming up and are forming a shield wall to protect themselves from the arrows. These archers are probably the ones that are running now. They are taking some damage, but their shield wall does help improve arrow absorption. Alright, so they are pushing forward with some retinue axe infantry. We have these retinue axe infantry coming to the gate. Alright, now I just really want to get this view. Alright, you couldn't do this with Medieval 2, but there's the battering ram. I know you can't see much, but when it comes down, those axes are going to be first in. Yeah, he's just being shot by arrows. It's not as desperate as it sounds. There's his unit over there. He's going to be one of the first guys in, but not the first. And they're battering down the gate. Now they have taken quite a number of casualties on their trip up, but the troops that were not pushing it, they didn't take very much damage from the arrows. And there we go, the gate is down along with the battering ram for some reason. So yeah, now is where I order my troops to rush. Alright. So here we are. They are charging forward. The oil drop from the gate does not do a lot of damage to them. Alright, they take a few casualties. But we have a charge here and a counter charge from Lanigan. Alright, right now they do outnumber this unit, but we have more guys on the way. And here they are. The Levy Spear Infantry, and the Levy Axe Infantry, and the Eastmen, Kiermen. The Eastmen are coming in and pushing through, and they just have to fight through Lanigan's defense. I don't know what that guy's doing, that Spear I am, but yeah, we just have a bit of a brawl, and this, like, this is pretty obvious who's gonna win. They've broken down the gate. So they're pulling their skirmishers off the walls to kind of help plug the gap. I don't know why those guys haven't come. Now they do have a decent chance though. If they're archer towers and skirmishers can pour enough, they might be able to do some damage and make this victory cost more than it was worth. Alright, the general's unit is breaking. Alright, is routing, but I don't think he's going to be able to get past because there's those other units behind him. That's a good way to keep your units fighting if they're worried about running them. Just pack more units in behind them. It's going to take them time to work their way through. Yep, but now a second unit is routing. I don't know what happened to the general unit. I think the general unit died, but it's just a local commander. Well, we have pretty much cut down most of the Lanigan force here. The gates have fallen. Already, Vikings are kind of surrounding them. Another unit just breaks upon impact. Actually, no, never mind. That was the existing melee unit. So we pretty much cut down the melee unit. We just have to deal with the skirmishers and bow infantry. And a few other troops. Like, there's that bow infantry unit up on the walls. And there's these axes and spears back here that we're going to have to worry about later. But for now, we've broken down the gate and we're storming through. Yeah, this is also one of my very first, it's not my first, but it's one of my very first Thrones of Britannia battles. I've only had this game for a short period, so this is just like my first time in Thrones of Britannia, so this is pretty cool for me. So yeah, we caught this spear unit. We have some troops going after the the bows. The other guys are just mopping up the Lanigan archer unit that went into melee, and no, skirmisher unit. That archer tower is taking some very long-range shots as the levy axe infantry line up to kind of try and drive the Vikings out of their town. This town's only big enough for one faction. I'm the bigger faction. So yeah, there's a few Lanigan archers left, but most of them have been destroyed by the Eastmen. And there goes the last one. Alright. So now we're entering battle against this lone unit. And it's pretty clear we're going to overwhelm them. Let's see if I can find the king in all this mess. Oh, there he is, there he is. He's closer to the back, that's good for him. But he's still, like, in the middle of the fighting, so that's very inspiring for his troops. They've already cut around the flank. There's a little bit of small-scale tactics. They're running, and there we go, we've won. The other unit over there must have broke, and yeah, that was the last unit, therefore ending the siege, and it was not like a traditional capture the town square type victory, it was a rout your enemy from the town victory. So definitely a very fun battle. I hope you liked today's battle, folks. Be sure you want to subscribe, and trust me, we haven't seen the last of Lanigan. They, remember, their main army, which I had beat with this very same army earlier in the episode, gets their revenge. So be sure to come check that out next week. Total War Titan, out.